Hi,
Hello.
I'm going to be hosting this interview with you today. Thank you for coming. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
I'm Richard Gutierrez.
Excellent. Awesome. I'm Doc.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. I've seen a lot of different candidates today, but don't worry. We have designated 15 minutes to be able to go over your particular application just to make sure we find the best possible candidate for our upcoming positions. At the end of the interview process, what we're going to do is we're going to select the top 3 candidates and we're going to offer them positions. So you'll know within the next 24 to 48 hours whether or not you're one of our selected candidates. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay. So I only have 4 questions for you today. First, before I get into the actual questions, if you could just do a little background for me. What position are you applying for again?
The barista position at Starbucks, Starbucks 05832.
Okay, good. Excellent. Yeah, like I said, we do have 3 positions, and so I wanted to make sure that I was listening for the right type of information to make sure that that position is the best fit for you.
Mhm.
Good. Great. So, 4 questions that I have related to this specific position. The first one is, we're looking for someone who is able to work as a member of a team. Can you tell me about a time when you've had to work with a group or a team in order to achieve a common goal?
Yes. So at my previous employment, I worked at Jazzercise, and together we had to meet a quota for the month. So I would bring in people, new faces, and also advertise outside of my job in order for us to reach that quota. And we would get bonuses at the end, but it was just working together to meet that number.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. The next question that I had is about maybe different types of relationships that you have had in previous places of employment. If you haven't worked for other places of employment, you can also think about different groups or different type of organizations or social groups that you may have belonged to. So, when it comes to working with others, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to please everyone. How would you go about handling a conflict between 2 of your team members?
Instead of picking sides, I find that just listening to what someone has to say helps to decrease the emotion and the heat in the situation. And after hearing both sides and offering just a listening ear, I find that people are more receptive to logic and reason. So after listening, I would just give my point of view, very objective point of view, to act kind of as a mediator and just like to be a listening ear and someone to rely on just to get emotions out of the way. So the situation can be approached with logic and reason.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I can see how that could be a solution. So, question number 3. We've done a number of different community outreach and service driven projects. I'm just curious, what kinds of causes or issues do you find yourself most passionate about?
I'm most passionate about the homeless that's like in our city. I actually work for a nonprofit organization called Bread of Life, where once a month on a Monday, the first Monday of the month, we go to a homeless shelter and we actually make food and hand it out. I think homeless people are overlooked, and that problem isn't being I like it's not being advertised enough for help, and help is just not really going towards the people who really need it.
Great. Wow. Okay, so we started the interview off with the question about what position you are applying for. So I'm just curious, as my final question, why do you think that your skill set is best suited for this specific position?
Since the position requires customer service and also working on a team, I'm a very quick learner, so I think I can pick up the basics really fast. I have positive energy and I like to connect with my coworkers and customers just to be create a friendly and an inviting environment so people want to come back and people who work with me enjoy it. I'm also very on time with tasks. I do my best to complete tasks in a reasonable amount of time and always do my best to deliver quality. For those three reasons, that's why I believe I'm probably the best for this position.
Well, that concludes the series of questions that I had designated for our interview. I really do appreciate all of your answers, and I will have a lot to consider with the many candidates that we have been going through over the last couple of days. So um, keep an eye out for an email or a phone call that lets you know whether or not you are one of our selected candidates. Okay?
Mm,
All right. Thank you so much.
there you go. Oops. Thanks, Doc. Oh, it's still recording.